Hi, this is Susie650 and today I have my hands on a gamer's holy grail. So I went on eBay and was having a float around and just seeing exactly what you can and what you can't find. I was floating for games and I fell across this. Now this has taken some time to get to me, but what you're going to see is what I'm going to see because I haven't opened this yet. So literally what we've got, we're going to be doing it together. Now this really just fell into my hands. I had made bids and sorted through and looked at it and just thought, is this worth it? Because these are quite expensive and I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to buy something that was going to cause me problems. If I saw one of these in a shop, I'd need to know that it was working before I continued. So that's pretty much where the play was. This one was a 50-50. So literally I've either bought a good one or I've got a bad one. So without further ado, let's open it up and see. So out comes the magic scissors. And let's just make sure that this is all opened up. And hope, with any luck, we've got a good one. So this was a deal for a PS1 with screen and games and 2 controllers. So don't quite, well, there you go. So the first one out the jump, Tomb Raider, and that's a good game. I can't argue with that. Tomb Raider is a good game, there's no ifs or buts about that at all. Grand Theft Auto 2. So also another game that it's done its time in a way, but in saying that, the retro looks quite cool as well. I've got GTA London as well, which will probably be hammered on this. Doom. Now who doesn't like Doom? Because Doom is a brilliant game by any standards. If you get the chance and you look past, they do a lot. If you've got a PS4, they do a new upgraded version and it's in VR, and that is immense. It is literally immense. This one here, Urban Chaos. So no casing on it, but all of the stuff that came with this is pretty much as a bit of a bonus because you know what I came for. Let's have a look. Firestorm, Thunderhawk 2. Looks like it's seen a little bit of wear, but most games of the day did, to be honest with you. And Alone in the Dark. So I've never actually played that, so I have no knowledge on that. That may be a really good. But in saying that, looking at the back of it, looks like it's quite cool, it has to be said. So see how that one goes as well in the future. Right, so we have PS1 standard stock controller. Well, that's a PlayStation stock controller, not a PS1 one. But yeah. Actually doesn't feel like it's had much, or I don't know, little bit of use. Not much, but a little bit. Then we have, oh, now this shows, I'm hoping that that system's not like that, but here is a slightly, I would class that as a weather-worn PS1 controller with analog. All working, actually pretty stiff. All does well. Looks like a nice controller, looks decent. Nice touch. Might see if I can try and re-whiten it up. And here's the bunny. Okay. Okay. Liking this already. So here we have the PS1 with the screen. Now this is such a small unit. This unit here pretty much was the start of... This was the start of having screens in cars. Before this, LCDs weren't really what I would class as being used a lot, but this was pretty much the start of it. This is where it all started kicking off. So these were literally installed in cars, and these back screens also had another one that they used to get hacked, and they used to get used by hackers. So to get one in a good condition and working, well, I still yet to work that out. But the system itself looks good, clean on the inside, so that's not bad. I literally have made this deal for this, just to see if this works. And it does look in good condition, as you can see by the back. So it really has. Also got an AV out, which I don't remember from being younger, because I have only played, as I said, with one of these once, and it took me over when I had it in my hands. So far, so good. Now it's just fingers crossed to make sure that it works. Right, so I got a little bit freaked out because I went, ooh, got totally lost on this beautiful piece, hopefully working. And then went, don't have a power cable. But the power cable was stuck in the bottom of the box. I just got lost on this. So we do have also a power cable with it as well. And that looks like a standard PS1 power cable. So, which means that this takes its power directly through into the PS1 and goes via the screen, so it powers both. So that's quite intelligent designing, especially for the time. Now, 7.5 volt, and it's an official Sony as well. This is going to be interesting. I think what we should do is we should look a little further and see if this is going to work, because that's my biggest fear. This, at the moment in time, has staked me out quite a bit, but I'm very pleased to have it. If it works, such a bonus. If it isn't, and it doesn't, it's still worth something on the grounds of that it's an original Sony one and not an aftermarket. The aftermarkets were terrible and they failed quite badly. They started off a range on the PS2 as well, and I believe they also done Nintendo GameCube, but I don't ever remember seeing the GameCube one. But yeah, this is the one that sticks out in everybody's mind. This is the one that people got to play with, and this is the one that pretty much took me over. This is the one that I always wanted. So with fingers crossed, oh yes. Oh, you've gotta love that noise. So here we have it. We now have a live PS1 and the screen works. Yes. Right. That's a bonus. Oh, we gotta play a game. Gotta play a game. Go for a classic. Right, so here we go. This is the only one that I can turn around and say was the one that made me want to play. So I'm going to leave it to the running and enjoy.
The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by next-generation special forces, being led by members of Foxhound. They're demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss, and they say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. You'll have two mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the president of Armstech, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike and stop them if they do.
What's the insertion method?
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim. High-Tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound. Your former unit, and one that I was a commander of.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mattis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter. And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake?
The man with the same code name as you. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As usual, this is a one-man infiltration mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP?
Yes, this is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
So here we have it. The clarity of a PlayStation 1 screen. Highly recommended. Hope you've enjoyed my video. And love to hear your comments. So with that, very happily I can turn around and say, that's me, Susie650. Please, as I said, leave comments underneath. But this is me ecstatically happy. Really is the buy of my lifetime so far. That's quite cool. That's me signing out.